My hands shake every time I look at grocery store fruit prices now. What used to cost $2 is now $5, sometimes $6. And I'm on a fixed income. Maybe you are too. 3 years ago, I did something different. I started growing my own fruit right here on my patio in pots. No big yard, no fancy greenhouse. Just 10 simple fruit trees in containers. The result? I'm saving over $2,000 every year on fresh fruit. And if I can do this, you absolutely can too. Welcome to Home Garden Fix, where we prove that growing your own food gets easier after 50, not harder. Today I'm walking you through each of these 10 fruit trees. Which varieties to buy, where to buy them, and most importantly, how to not kill them. Here's my controversial statement. You're wasting money buying fruit when you could be growing better fruit in pots on your patio for pennies. Hit subscribe because these 10 trees will change your grocery budget forever. Tree 1. Meyer Lemon, the easiest fruit tree ever. Tree number 1 is the Meyer Lemon. And there's a reason I'm starting here. This is the easiest fruit tree you will ever grow. Period. If you can keep a houseplant alive, you can grow a Meyer Lemon. It forgives mistakes. It produces year-round. And it tastes better than anything you'll buy at the store. Here's what makes Meyer Lemon special. One mature tree produces 50 to 100 lemons per year. Store-bought organic lemons cost about $1.50 each. Do the math. That's $75 to $150 of fruit every single year from one tree in a pot. How to succeed? Get a 15 to 20 gallon pot. Fill it with citrus potting mixed with added perlite for drainage. Place where it gets 6 hours of sun. Water when the top 2 inches of soil are dry. Fertilize every 6 weeks during growing season. That's it. The tree does the rest. Meyer Lemon. Easy, productive, delicious. Drop a comment right now. Which tree are you most excited about? Let me know we're in this together. Tree 2. Strawberries. Most productive thing you can grow. Now technically, strawberries aren't a tree. I know that. But hear me out because strawberries in a pot are the most productive thing you can grow. One pot with 6 to 8 plants produces fresh strawberries almost daily from spring through fall. Real numbers. A properly maintained strawberry pot gives you 5 to 10 pounds of berries per season. Store-bought organic strawberries cost $6 to $8 per pound. That's $40 to $80 of fruit from one pot that takes up less space than a bar stool. And here's the best part, the flavor. Once you taste a sun-warmed strawberry picked 30 seconds ago, store-bought berries become insulting. They taste like water, like cardboard. How to grow? Get a big pot at least 16 inches wide. Fill with quality potting soil. Plant ever-bearing varieties like Seascape or Albion. These produce spring through fall. Water regularly. Don't let them dry out. Strawberries in containers. Incredibly productive. Tree 3. Dwarf Avocado. Worth the wait. Tree number 3 is going to surprise you. Dwarf Avocado. Now I know what you're thinking. Avocados inapot. Come on. But let me tell you, this works. And when it works, it's worth the wait. Here's the deal with avocados. They take patience. You're looking at 3 to 4 years before significant fruit. I'm not going to lie. But once that tree starts producing 20 to 30 avocados per year, store price for organic avocados is $2 to $3 each. That's $40 to $90 of fruit every year for 20 plus years. Let's do the math. You buy a tree for $80. You wait 4 years. Then you get $50 of avocados every year for 20 years. That's $1,000 of fruit from one tree in a pot. The secret to container avocados is drainage. These trees hate wet feet. Mix your potting soil 70-30. 70% potting mix, 30% perlite or coarse sand. This creates air pockets. Roots stay happy. Look for varieties like Wurtz or Little Cato. These are naturally dwarf, bred for containers, and self-pollinating. Hit that thumbs up if you're learning something useful here. Trees 4 through 6, cherries, apples, and pomegranates. Tree number 4 is Dwarf Cherry. And this one solves a problem that full-size cherry trees have. Birds. When your cherry tree is in a pot on your patio, you can throw bird netting over it in 5 minutes. Problem solved. Dwarf cherries produce 10 to 15 pounds of fruit per season once mature. Store-bought cherries are $8 to $10 per pound when in season. That's $80 to $150 of fruit from a tree that fits on a patio. Look for varieties like Romeo or Juliet. These are pie cherry varieties, super cold hardy, produce heavily. 15-gallon pot minimum, full sun, well-draining soil. Tree number 5 is Columnar Apple. These trees look like something from science fiction. They grow straight up, almost no side branches. 8 to 10 feet tall, but only 2 feet wide. Each tree produces 15 to 25 full-size apples per season. And apples store well. You pick them in September and October, store them in a cool spot, and you're eating fresh apples through December, sometimes January. Look for varieties like North Pole or Golden Sentinel. 20-gallon pots, full sun, water regularly. Tree number 6, Pomegranate. This tree is secretly one of the best on this list because pomegranates are bulletproof. They handle heat, drought, and neglect. Look for dwarf varieties like Nana or State Fair. These stay compact, 3 to 4 feet tall, perfect for pots. They produce 15 to 30 fruits per season once established. Pomegranates at the store are $3 to $5 each. That's $45 to $150 of fruit from a tree that practically takes care of itself. Full sun, well-draining soil. Don't overwater. Water deeply once a week in summer, even less in winter. Comment below. Are you growing any of these already? Let me know your experience. Trees 7 through 10, blueberries, bananas, figs, and peaches. Tree number 7 is blueberry. Blueberries are picky about one thing: soil pH. They need acidic soil between 4.5 and 5.5 pH. But here's the thing. When you're growing in containers, you have complete control. Use azalea and rhododendron mix or add peat moss. Problem solved. A single mature blueberry bush in a container gives you 3 to 5 pounds of berries per season. Blueberry prices are $5 to $7 per pound for organic. That's $15 to $35 of fruit from one plant every single year. Look for varieties like Top Hat or Peach Sorbet. These stand are 3 feet tall, gorgeous fall color, spring flowers. Tree number 8, the game changer. If you only grow one fruit tree in your entire life, make it Dwarf Banana. One Dwarf Banana plant produces 50 to 100 bananas in a single harvest cycle, 18 to 24 months after planting. And it keeps going. Organic bananas at the store are about $1 per pound. One bunch from your plant might be 20 to 40 pounds. That's $20 to $40 from one harvest. And after it fruits, it sends up new shoots, baby plants. You can pot those up. Suddenly, you have more banana plants. Self-sustaining system. Look for varieties like Dwarf Cavendish or Super Dwarf. Bring them inside during winter if you're in cold climates. They go semi-dormant. Tree number 9 is fig year. Figs actually prefer being slightly root-bound. When you put a fig in a container, you're giving it exactly what it loves. Look for varieties like Petite Negra or Chicago Hardy. I've seen single container figs produce over 100 fruits in one season. Fresh figs at the store, if you can even find good ones, are $6 to $8 for a tiny container. Your potted fig tree makes those prices look ridiculous. Tree number 10, Dwarf Peach. Varieties like Bonanza or El Dorado are bred specifically for container life. These trees stay around 5 to 6 feet tall, self-pollinating, and produce full-size peaches. Not small peaches. Full-size, juicy, incredible peaches that taste better than anything you'll buy. 20-gallon pot minimum. Full sun, well-draining soil. Thin the fruit when they're marble size. Leave 4 to 6 inches between peaches. Quality over quantity. Subscribe to Home Garden Fix right now for detailed growing guides on each of these trees. Your action plan. There you have it. 10 fruit trees that thrive in containers, that save you serious money, that give you fruit better than anything you'll buy. Whether you got a tiny balcony or a big patio, you can do this. Here's what to do right now. Pick 2 or 3 trees from this list. Don't try all 10 at once. Start small. Build confidence. Then add more. If you're sitting there feeling overwhelmed, I get it. 3 years ago, I felt the exact same way. Too much information, too many decisions. Start with just 2 trees. Meyer Lemon because it's easy and fast. Strawberries because they produce quickly and don't take much space. Grow those 2 for 6 months. Get comfortable. Then add more if you want. Nobody's grading you. Go at your own pace. Comment below which tree you're starting with. I read every comment and will help you get started. If this video was helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post videos every week about container gardening, saving money, and growing good food after 50. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Your best gardening years are right now. Until next time, keep it simple, grow smart, and remember, the best fruit you'll ever eat is the fruit you grow yourself. Happy gardening, friends.